The guy at the book launch was boring, but I was addicted to being asked to talk about myself, and in the hour-and-a-half long talk and question/answer, I was sober, and I did not disappoint. I had brushed aside the host's opening introduction, as receiving praise and acknowledgement had always represented danger to me, and I had found myself hand signaling to him to cut it short. The host had pressed on with a verbal blowjob, the chance to talk to me, obviously a big moment for him, and one I could tell he was nervous about. His lines about the success and attention my novels had garnered made me think of how much everyone in the family I had been born into would have hated this. Being forced to hear someone publicly declare they admired me, that my work had given them pleasure. I thought of all the people I had encountered who had treated me as if I were of no value or shown complete disrespect, and I hoped for a moment my mom and my father were not present, seething in the darkness of the auditorium, because no one had shown a similar level of interest in them. Expressing my imagination, my creativity had found me my people, and I wondered how my parents would react. Perhaps making themselves known, loudly stating they had always been so proud of me, had encouraged and always believed in my talents. My father perhaps claiming he had inspired my love of reading when I had not once entered a room and found him reading a book. Our family's entire library consisted of 3 books, all of them my father's, a sports autobiography, I forget which sport, little more than a marketing tool to promote the sportsman's after-dinner speaking career, a whistle-stop whitewash that may as well have been a list of bullet points, bland anecdotes, with all the interesting behind-the-scenes insight removed or not added in the first place. The sportsman had won something and been happy. He had not won something and been sad. The second book, a 250-page business bullshit-a-thon entitled, "All This Could Be Yours, and This Is Why It Won't Be About Making Money by Giving as Little of It as Possible to Anyone Else." The third book was a novel, and it was this that inspired me. You Couldn't Write It was inspired by an underdog story. Its theme, soccer in the 1980s, before the big money came in, a story told through the stress-soaked eyes and liver of First Division manager Regan Headley. Its opening line arresting. "I fucking hate those bastards. I'm fucking better than them, you'll see." A blistering team talk delivered to the lads, the team, as the operatic music Headley insisted on in the dressing room swelled, sending the team, Factory FC, onto the pitch for a life-or-death confrontation with Manchester United. Win, and they would climb to second place in the league, behind Liverpool. Fail, and they would preserve the status quo. The state of affairs that looked most likely until, with a minute to go until full time, Headley sprinted onto the pitch, into the 18-yard box as the corner kick swung in and buried the ball in the net with a diving header. The picture painted vivid in my head, the factory fans erupting, a bobbing, terraced mass of red, blue, and green, Headley, the length of his tracksuit smeared with mud, his face roaring into the camera, the passion, the rage. All of this engaged me. My father misinterpreting this as the interest in soccer he had long attempted to pass on, taking me to a live match the next weekend. Standing behind the goal in the terraces in the rain, the volume and depth of feeling in the noise, intimidating, the action mostly taking place far away, my brother knowing the words to all the chants. The boredom I felt having a violence to it, as if I couldn't believe I was being forced to endure this. A voice in my head screaming, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" The novel itself, which I often returned to, was both a comfort and an inspiration. That I might one day write something that provided someone with as much pleasure as the novel had given me. And as much as soccer bored me, the book brought me closer to my father, a still longed for connection and a feeling I understood him a little more in some way.